Hello everybody, it's nice to see you. I know I've been away for a couple days, but my daughter actually, she's 11, and she went outside and rode her bike without a helmet, and she hit her head on a rock. So we've been looking for concussions for the last couple of days, and looking out for all the signs, and if anybody knows anybody who has concussions, there's like a whole list of things, she has changed differently, and I'm like, she's 11. There's a lot has changed, so that's why I haven't been here, but thank you so very much for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about my friends, my partner in crime, my everything. Some of you probably thinking I'm going to bring out a person, male, female, but no, I'm going to bring out my lovely, ready? Okay, is this old school? Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, where is it? Can you see that? Bam. Look at that. Oh, stop it. Okay. Yoga ball. Boom. Now, in the hospital, they're going to call this a birthing ball. Birthing ball is just a fancy word for yoga ball. Okay? You can get this anywhere for about some 10, some 5, maybe, if you have a couple discount stores in your area. You can get it for like $5. Some can even go up to $20. It just depends on where you shop. So, if you want to get one in your house, I would say yeah. Because if you look at the trend now, a lot of people are bringing yoga balls to work at. I'm sure if we go down to Silicon Valley, we will see a lot of people on these babies doing this. Okay, so it's something with this that makes sense. So let's get to that sense. Okay, so I have about 5 ways to use this. There's more, but I have 5 for right now. You can contact me. I have links below. We can do a one-on-one consultation. I usually do it through HD Skype, or you can do it through Google Plus, depending on where you are. And we can do a one-on-one on how to do not just only this, but for consultations. And I usually do 1-hour consultations. So just check out the link below and hit me up. You can also email me as well at bellyosupregnant@gmail.com. So, you see me doing this naturally, right? I was just in the middle of the conversation. I was doing this. Okay, this is bouncing. Okay, just like you bounce in a club. Okay, I wish I had music. Wait, I popped the flying song and put it on. Okay, so just like you bouncing in the club, right? This is how you bounce on your yoga ball. And you say, why blue sky? Why? Why? Okay. Well, what's holding on to this bike here and this porch here and the grass from flying up in the air here and me not floating in the air while I'm talking to you here is gravity. Okay? So gravity is very important when it comes to labor. Okay? And even before you start your labor, gravity is still important, because by you doing your walks, especially when you get around that 3rd trimester, instead of just going to the store to pick things up and then go home. Okay, so gravity helps your baby come out. Gravity. So when you go up and down like this, what's happening is you're helping that baby come down into this area here, your reproductive area. Okay, so every time you go up and down, you do this. Now, you can do it, if you have energy to do it, while you are resting, while the contractions or the waves are not coming, then do it. That could be your rest state, where you do this while you're resting, and then when your contractions come, you might come to a halt. And that's okay. The most effective way, I must be honest with you, is when while the contractions are going, while your stomach is doing this, you are doing this. Now, some of us, while we get our contractions, might be doing like this, and some of us might be doing like this. Oh my goodness. So we won't know until you get in there which one you're going to be. But either way, If you want to do it while you are at the rest state, while the contractions are coming and you want to bounce, that's fine. Or you decide, okay, well, listen, I want to get this baby out, so I'm going to try to do this when the contractions are like this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And while you're doing this bouncing motion and everything I'm going to tell you about with the ball, birthing ball, yoga ball, round ball, whatever you want to call it, you can hold on to your bed frame if you're birthing alone. You can hold on to a chair, anything, a table, anything that you can get I wouldn't say a table, but something that you can get your fingers around, like a chair or like a bed frame that has holes in it, because this works a lot in labor, this clutch motion. That's why you see those videos where they're like, hold my hand, and the woman is breaking the man's hand. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to do this again. But then again, you have another baby after 2 years later. That's a whole other story. But by doing this and holding on to something, you can do it. If you are a balanced person, when you are in labor, you become totally unbalanced. This is where we get the waddle from, okay? But if you do feel comfortable with just going free and just doing this without holding on to something, fine. But I do highly suggest that you find something to hold on to, even if it's the bathroom where you hang your the towel rack, and you hold on to that. You know, something with that grip right there. I'll tell you about the grip. You know what? That's in a whole other video. And that grip, this grip is very important. I'll put you onto that. The next thing you want to do is this. Okay? You want to basically sit like a dude, right? As we consider in our minds what a dude looks like and sit like. So legs wide open, okay? And then you want to do a rotation. So all you want to do is rotate the hips. If you rotate your whole body, that's fine too, because you're all in it and your mind is like telling you to do this, then you do this. Your body's telling you to do this, you do this. Your body's telling you to do this, do this. Okay? It's kind of like, this is like kind of like doing the P dance. You know, when you have to go to the bathroom real bad and you squeeze your legs, but you kind of wiggling around. Try to wiggle around, but keep the legs open. You know, like do the, not kind of opposite, half of the opposite. If that makes any sense. So keep these legs open while you move your hips, because when you keep the legs open, it leaves room for the baby to come down as well. Okay, so, and then when you wiggle, your hips are going like this. So as you know, people do the cha-cha, the merengue, and they just moving the hip. The actual, the bones, the muscles, everything is going like dun, dun, dun. It's just moving with it. So this makes the baby's head, as your hips are moving, it makes it fit into that space. And then you go this way, and then it makes it fit into that space. And then it goes this way, and before you know it, it's like, hi, I'm here. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy it's over. Yeah. So move the hips, okay, on the birth ball. And it helps it real easy because you're not standing up at all, which standing up is good, but this is a nice way to rest your weight. You can also move it back and forth and just go back and forth. You could be holding on to the bed rail and you're just going like this, the chair, or even your partner or your support person, and they could be holding your hand while you just go like this. Any way you can get your hips to move, that's what you want to do, okay, because that will help the baby's head do one of these numbers. Sliding on down, sliding on down. Also, you can also lean on it, okay? And what I mean by lean on it, you're exhausted, right? We are almost the finish line. We could see it. You're tired, but you know, you really don't want to go lay down in that bed, because what you heard from Blue Sky is the more you can use gravity, the better, the faster, the less painful. I might have to check myself on that one. But the easier and the more you can get through it with more of a calmer mind. You know what I mean? Like you can control it. You can focus on it. Lean on it. If you're doing one of these numbers, you're just rocking on it. Just rocking back and forth. If you're praying, that's fine. You can do that too. Because at, you know, some point you will be like, oh my goodness. But keep going, and you can rest on it. Even if you don't move, you can just lay on it and just rock and just do one of these numbers and lay on it and lay on it You know, you can go in circles. You can do whatever you want with it. Whatever you want. And guess what's happening at the same time? The baby's off your back. Is that less back? That's less back pain. Because what happens? Gravity pulls the baby down here. So instead of the baby sticking in your back because you're laying on your back, the baby is now hanging down here. So your back is going to feel so much better like this. And for those of you who have had partial epidurals, because they're full and there's partial, I'll do a video on that. But if I don't get to it enough time by your next appointment, ask about that. Because there is something like a partial. The partial, they will let you move. So you can be on the bed. They might not, depending on the hospital, they might not let you walk around. They might not let you walk around the facility, but at least while you're in your bed, you could still have this, because the bed is probably about this wide, so I have enough space. Okay, don't look at my size, because it will still work. Okay, because this is nothing right here, and you know the bed is really long, so you can, and you know those rails can go down. So if you say, oh, she's little, no, don't worry about that. You can still do this, right? So you ask for your birthing ball or yoga ball, whatever comes to mind, or if you just at that point you said, do you have a that's fine. The nurse understands what you're talking about. So even if you're like this and you have a partial epidural, that will relieve a lot of the pain that you may or may not feel by the pressure of the baby on your back. Okay, so you can still use this, and you can ask. And if I were you, I would ask whoever's your physician or midwife about the possibilities if you get a partial epidural. Okay. You can lean on it a lot of ways. I can take this all over the place. Even if you lean back on it or just sit sideways and take a nap like this, and this could be on the floor, wherever floor, the bathroom, living room, kitchen, the hospital, anywhere where you could just, take a nap and you can rock yourself. There's something about rocking that soothes moms and babies. That's why when babies come out, we do this to soothe them. Same thing for us. That rocking motion not only calms you, but it calms the baby. But go with what your body tells you to do. One thing I also forgot is when you do anything like this, resting positions or anything, or even sitting on it like we did before, your partner could be massaging your back, massaging your shoulders, just giving you encouraging words from your ear. It can be behind you, supporting the ball while you rotate, making sure that you're okay, you know what I mean, and you're not losing your balance. So they have a big, big, big part on it. Another thing you can do is just use it for fun. Anything that's fun to you. If you can't think of anything, just think of like shapes or something. Maybe just sitting in your mind, especially during that contraction. Maybe say, you know what, the next contraction, this is at your down state, of course, because now your brain is like, oh, I can think now. I'm focused. So at your down wave, you're like, I think I'm drawing a triangle in my head. So you can just sit there and just imagine your hips doing like a triangle. Oh, well, you know what? I like squares. Oh, I'm going to do the square. And then, oh, I forgot to open my legs. Let me open up. I'm going to do a circle. Or, you know what? Let me just do like a figure 8. So whatever your body wants to do with this ball, do it. And meanwhile, like I said, somebody could be here massaging you. Somebody could be right here on their knees in your face, encouraging you and holding your hand. Somebody could be massaging your thighs. Somebody could be massaging your hair, like you're open to the help that you would need to calm these nerves down from feeling the pain here, and especially calming here. Okay, so this is great because you give people all access versus, laying in the bed. Is so much they can do, you know what I mean? So, and you can do this with an IV pole. You have the IV pole here, hold on to the IV pole, and do one of these. The bed could be over here, and this is what you're doing, or you going back and forth, or you making a square, whatever you want to do, play with it, okay? Have fun with it. This is also a distraction, because you see, even when you're not in labor, it's fun. So anytime you can bring fun into the labor room,
especially if you're a funny person and you like doing fun things. For some people, I can think about, but I think for a majority of everybody, people like to have fun, right? So bring the fun in. So this is kind of like a play toy. When you look at this, you're like, this looks so stupid, but no, it's a distraction as well. So not only are you helping your body, you also helping your mind as well, okay? And your soul, because you might even laugh at yourself, like, oh my gosh, it looks so stupid, and you might even give a laugh, but that laugh could have took you from 6 centimeters to 7 centimeters. You see what I'm saying? So having fun as much as you can, and the distraction of it all by using something fun, and get your favorite color. I love all rays of green and blue, so I'm all, I always will have something of a red and green and blue around. But get your favorite. If your pink is your favorite, get a pink. Anything that helps you, motivates you, and encourages you to do that. You can even have people sign the yoga ball maybe at your baby shower. So when you do take it in, you got all the signatures of everybody who's supporting this labor, who was there for you before and after, and is going to be there with you after the baby. This will be a great tool as send-in, and you can keep this forever, because I don't think yoga balls are going nowhere anytime soon. And even if it flattens out, you still can keep it as a treasure shake, and 50 years from now you can look who came to your baby shower. These are some tips that I have for you. Like I said, if you want more, you can definitely check my description box below, and you can also send me an email as well. My website is down below as well, and you could also do a one-on-one consultation by clicking on there. My next video is going to be more about this area and how to use mental visual stimulation to get the ultimate birth that you want. So it's all about manifestation of birth and manifestation to life. I'm a little bit tongue-tied today because I didn't get any sleep last night. But you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful time. Live love, live life, and enjoy your birth. Even if you in the morning. I'll talk about that in another video, how to solve that. Have a good time. Bye-bye.